Hey guys, what's going on? My name's ClickPen33 and welcome back to Overwatch. Today we are going to be taking a look at the new game mode that dropped with the Halloween update, the new Halloween event, Junkensteines Revenge. I'm going to be showing you guys my personal strategies for all the characters and how you can kind of synergize them together and make them all the more effective. So we're going to be starting off this video with Ana. Okay, so with Ana, she is definitely the worst of all the characters you can choose. So the first thing I will say about Ana, because the first thing I recorded when I got this gameplay, is to stay within this square pattern on the floor. This is her little mobility square, right where everybody spawns, right in front of the door. Simply because she's a distance character, so you're gonna want to keep distance between you and everything else, to try and keep what little health you have at maximum. Now I know Zombarders are ranged, but still, you know, I just prefer to keep Ana by the door at a distance so she can, you know, heal and all that jazz. Now, the first thing I will say is for Ana, unless they get kind of, unless the Zomniks, is what they're called, get in front of kind of that line where the bridge to the far side of the map starts. Just kind of, you can draw a line right there. If they get any closer than that, I will go for kill shots, but farther than that, I'll just try and shoot a Zomnik once, or Zombarders I'll try and shoot twice, simply to try and keep their health low, but whereas you don't have to stay on each enemy long enough, like longer than you have to, basically, just so you're constantly switching between enemies, keeping their health low, so people like 76, Machree, and Hanzo can deliver the final blows and not have to waste too many shots per Zomnik. Now, for her little AoE healing ability, I would say keep that handy. I would say don't really throw that too far. So if 76 or somebody's nearby and kind of low on health and they just won't stay still, so you can shoot them with your biotic rifle to heal them, you can just throw that at the ground, damage nearby Zomniks, heal yourself, heal him. It's best used right at your feet. As for your ultimate, here I ult Machree. Here I ult 76, but that's simply because Macree's too far away. But I would say, whenever possible, ult Machree, because his ultimate, coupled with Nano Boost, is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to show you a little strategy with that when I get to Machree next. But, yeah, whenever you can, which is basically whenever bosses show up, ult Machree, and if Macree's smart, he'll go up where he is right now, over on the left, up on those ramparts, and he'll use his ult up there, get the maximum kind of area of effectiveness. You know, you get the field of view. That's what I'm trying to say. Get the maximum field of view, you know, so he can wipe out as many Zomniks as he can. And as for the bosses, other than the final boss round, Reaper and Junkenstein, he can one-shot, meaning if you give him long enough, his ultimate can one-shot Junkenstein and Reaper whenever they show up. Well, Junkenstein the first time, Reaper always. Franken Hog has too much health to do that, and when Mercy shows up, everybody gets a lot more health, so it doesn't work there either. But it does damage them a lot, and I will show you that in my little Machree strategy up next. But other than that, that's pretty much it. If Zomniks get close, use a sleep dart on them. Other than that, you can just kind of use sleep darts whenever the bosses show up, particularly Junkenstein, because his grenade launcher can be a bitch, especially to Ana, because she has so little health. Yeah, up next, we're going to be taking a look at Machree. Okay, here's Machree. Machree, I would definitely say shouldn't really stay in one spot. If he does, if you are to stay in one spot with Machree, I would say up here would be the best because you have the best field of view. with him, but other than that, I would say Machree's best placed just running around the map. You know, fanning the hammer on zombarders to make sure they don't target anybody with too few health, and I just realized, does everybody have 200? I don't know. Maybe everybody has 200 health, just automatically. Anyway, yeah, definitely Machree's the best at getting up close to the zombarders and bursting them down with this fan the hammer ability. Pretty good with Zomnics up close and from afar, because let's face it, Machree is just low-key a sniper. But his ultimate, definitely the most powerful, especially coupled with Ana's ult, as I was saying earlier. If you're gonna use his ult, I would definitely say head up to where I'm going right now and use it up here. You get the best field of view. From this spot, you can see every boss. I'm sorry. And basically, if you use the ult up there, you're gonna have a good time. And I have a clip up next. I'm gonna show you. Sorry. If you know the Ana, like if your friend's the Ana or whatever, or if you just have a smart Ana, she will ult you, and then you can run up here. I particularly like this for the final boss round, but it works for pretty much any of the boss rounds. You can let it charge more than I do here. I still had 4 seconds left. But as you can see, with her ult, I got Junkenstein down to half. Same with the Witch, and I got a good chunk out of Frankenhog. So that's pretty much it for Machree, and that's a good strategy I like to use for him if you know Ana. Up next, we have Soldier 76. Now, 76, I would say, remember I always said, if any Zomnics get, like, any closer than where that bridge kind of starts, that's where Ana should start killing them. I would say that's kind of where 76 should stay, because he has the fastest fire rate of all the characters available to us in this game mode, and he has the best ability to. Damn it! There's a burp there, but it wasn't coming out. Ah, damn it! I still feel it. Anyway, the 76 definitely is best placed near the door, but not directly on it like Ana. Simply because he has a decent range, so he's not bad for trying to take down zombarders from a range, and his Helix rocket is pretty good on boss enemies. But when things get hairy, his ultimate is very useful near the door in case any zombarders are getting near. Not zombarders, Zomnics. Jesus Christ. In case any of them are getting near, his ultimate is pretty good for just wiping them out, because, you don't have to aim. And here I'm kind of being a bad 76, but I would say it's kind of okay to run around up until the first bosses show up, or maybe even until that happens, because he's also the best at taking out shock tires, again, simply because of how much lead he can put downrange in the quickest amount of time. Machree's good for it, but he has to use his fan the hammer really close to it and to take it down effectively, where 76 can start shooting at it from a range, which is why I say he's best put. It's another reason I say he's best kept near the door. So if any shock tires get near, he can Helix rocket them and burst them down really fast with his assault rifle to keep the shock tire from taking big chunks out of the health of the door. I kind of forget he has a sprint ability, so I'm not sure how you would effectively use that. But Biotic Field is definitely really good for keeping Ana alive. And I would even say you can use Sprint, run over to somebody who, say, set up shop over on the ramparts where it's kind of harder for Ana to heal people. You just throw down your Biotic Field by them and act as like a hit-and-run healers, kind of, sort of. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Soldier 76. And lastly, we have Hanzo. And I kind of have the least to say about Hanzo. There are some kind of cool and neat strategies I came up with while playing as him. But first thing I would say is go up here, because A, he's the only character who can get up here. B, kill the crow. Just automatically, just without hesitation. Don't even kill any Zomnics. Just kill that crow. You'll win the game. Yeah, his scatter arrows are good for taking little chunks of damage out of little groups of Zomnics when they spawn right in. So you could use them for that. Use them on bosses. Use them on Zombarders. I wouldn't say waste them on individual Zomnics. I would definitely say Zombarders, groups of Zomnics, or boss enemies, just so you get the most bang for your buck. I would also say down here is where you should use your ult. I wouldn't use it up there because you have to either angle it downwards or you can only damage like Junkenstein from up here. And that's not really an effective use of his ult. So I would say jump down there. I'm not sure if I have any recording of this. Jump down to where Anna's little area is. Straight ahead, angled up a bit so it will hit Junkenstein if he's out. But it'll also just tear right down the middle, keep any Zomnics coming down center from getting there, from getting to the door, and yeah. it'll take about half of Reaper, but Reaper kind of moves around too much. I like using his ults on Junkenstein the most, simply because Junkenstein doesn't have a big range of motion. Oh, and just to the right of this barrel is where you want to climb up. By the way, I don't think I mentioned that because it's just far enough away from the ledge that you won't just smack your head on it and fall back down. And as for sonic arrows, there's not much place for enemies to hide. But what I like to do is I like to shoot it near or actually hit Zombarders, so that way it makes them more obvious and easier to target. Same with with boss enemies, but I use it on Zombarders more because the giant sonic bubble makes Zombarders easier to target to everybody. The bad use of the ult. Bad. Decent, but bad. Bad form. Bad technique. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My last real tip is just with those sonic arrows, I would target Zombarders with them, so that way you have a really good, makes them nice and obvious and easier to take down. So that way, everybody takes damage less and Anna has to attempt to be a healer less. But that's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Peace out.